And welcome to the am I recording? And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my review for Netflix's original movie called Awake. Let me know in the comments below, have you heard of this? Because I didn't even heard it until I got sent the screener, and now that I've seen it, I'm like, dang, that was different. After a devastating global event wipes out all electronics and eliminated people's ability to sleep, a former soldier may have found a solution with her daughter. Gina Rodriguez is our mother here, our soldier, and you probably will know her from her voice work in things like Where is Carmen Sandiego, recently the new Netflix original series. She's going to be playing a live action version of that hasn't come in yet. We've been waiting for that for a long time. And then our kind of other main protagonist, you may recognize her from the young Gamora in Endgame, and she's been in a number of other films. She's doing quite well for herself. She's one of our young actresses. Whenever I see her, I say, watch out for this young girl. She's got amazing screen presence. Thankfully, the rest of the cast is also fantastic. We also have Jennifer Jason Leigh, who in this is awesome. I wasn't sure what to expect with this because we've had a few thousand films with a post-apocalyptic theme and how we're going to survive, and family units trying to survive in that and trying to get us in that zone. I'm not going to go and say that it's as good as A Quiet Place, because it isn't. A Quiet Place is one of those theme genre films where they've taken something like silence, like sound, and heightened that and used that as a character device. It's really the main character device, and then placed a certain amount of characters in that, and we see how they escape. And then if you write a good story within that, then you're along for the ride, and it ends up being one of the best films of the year. And if you've seen the sequel, you'll know that they've carried that across. So we post-apocalyptic films, but genre are doing quite well for themselves. I hear what the different thing is that nobody can sleep. And so if you take society, and then basically that's what this film does, it takes society, we have no technology, which always is going to end up making us go mental anyway. No, the technology is gone, we have the ability to restart that, but if you take away our ability to sleep, then things start going awry. And so we see the degradation of society or human just from the perspective of this family. We see people start spiraling, and very quickly we see how quickly we lose our humanity. And it's the little snapshots of the journey of this family trying to figure out a way to survive in this new world. And the way they show that is, there's sequences where people, in the first few hours, in a couple of days, you see how the mother herself is trying to figure out what's illusion, what is real, her memory, trying to do simple things like driving, when you've been driving for years, but under 4 days of no sleep, how does one even try and figure out what is road, what is not road? And you put other humans that were already like, let's say that you got career criminals, and you take them and you give them no sleep for 4 days, and you see what happens. And then you take all technology away, so there's no real law, and you just spiral out into a real interesting post-apocalyptic world. I think what makes this film really work is that there is a clear story, there is a possibility for us to survive this, but at the extent of maybe losing our humanity. And so we're playing with many themes, and I feel like the film does show that quite well. It's quite harrowing, it's quite tense for the most part, because a lot along the journey you'll meet a bunch of humans, whether they're religious or criminals, or just literally after a few days of sleep have gone off and just become mental zombies. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying, I feel like I'm such a zombie today, I didn't get much sleep. And it feels like this could be a different version of a zombie film, because after a few days you see people, they're hallucinating to the max, or they're basically just, there's one scene where there's like a horde of people. I'm not going to spoil what they're doing, but it just feels very reminiscent of zombies. And so you take that You take those themes, you put them together, and it makes for a very interesting ride. It doesn't outstay its welcome either. I thought the acting was really good between the mother and the daughter and the son as well. I thought they're dynamic, they've got an estranged relationship, which really helps set the mood and tone of the characters, so the characters go on a really interesting journey. And alongside, the main theme is how's the world going to survive, and then the other theme is there's this one girl that is able to not there's one girl that is able to sleep. How is she going to be protected? Because obviously everybody's going to want to know what she has that's different to them. Why is she so special? And so it gets you on the edge of your seat. It definitely is an edge of your seat movie. The one thing that I don't know if it lets it down, but didn't stand out to me at all, was the score. It's very minimalistic. I thought it could have definitely been heightened in moments, but maybe it's a good thing because it doesn't say, "Hey, here I'm the score." It just is in the background. It doesn't drive the film forward. Sometimes when you get films like this, it does like go blah, blah, deep drum, big tones, and there isn't any of that. I just wanted a little bit more. But other than that, I thought it was fantastic. A very interesting, different take. I love these type of genres. You take a post-apocalyptic future, but then you add something new to that element. And I like the idea of what do we do? What will happen if we can't sleep? Because it'll only take a few days until we die if we don't find a way to do that. I'm not so sure it answered stuff completely at the end. We understand what might happen at the end. So that was my only kind of letdown, I guess, with the score. It was like, I'm not too sure in the end, but for the most part, I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to give this a B+. Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for this film? Have you heard of it? What is your favorite type of genre film like this, like A Quiet Place? Something where they take an element of something that we're used to, like sound, like not sleeping. You know, they take something like blindness, Bird Box. We've had those before. You take those and they become quite popular. So let me know in the comments what you thought. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.